There's nothing quite like the refreshing taste of a glass of orange juice, especially when it's chilled and packed with that perfect balance of sweet and tangy flavor. It's a breakfast staple for millions of people around the world, bringing that burst of freshness to start the day. But have you ever wondered how your favorite orange juice is made? How do those bright, juicy oranges turn into the smooth, refreshing beverage we enjoy every morning? How does a simple, juicy orange transform into the glass of orange juice that brightens your morning? What goes on inside the factory to bring that perfectly smooth, delicious juice from the orchard to your breakfast table? Today, we're going behind the scenes to explore the fascinating process of orange juice production. From the moment those oranges are harvested in the fields to when the juice is sealed in bottles and shipped to your local store, we'll show you exactly what happens. But before we start, kindly subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you can see our next videos. Also, like and share this video with your friends so they can see it and learn also. Now, let's go to the factory to see how this amazing product is made. Before we get into the process, let's take a moment to look back at the history of orange juice. Oranges have been cultivated for thousands of years, but it wasn't until the early 20th century that orange juice became popular as a beverage in the United States. The invention of pasteurization was a game changer, as it made it possible to bottle and distribute juice safely, without it spoiling quickly. The 1940s brought another major shift in how orange juice was stored and transported with the introduction of frozen concentrated orange juice, FCOJ. This innovation made it easier to store and ship juice, and it drastically extended its shelf life, changing how orange juice was consumed and enjoyed across the country. Today, modern technology has made orange juice production even more efficient. While the tools and methods may have evolved, the care and attention to detail that goes into making each bottle of juice remains the same. Even with all the advances, the process still requires that careful balance to get the fresh, vibrant flavor we all recognize and love. But how does all of this come together today? How is the orange juice we drink made in modern times? Let's explore how it's done today in factory, step by step. The journey of orange juice begins with the oranges themselves. These bright, juicy fruits are grown in warm climates like Florida, Brazil, and Mexico, where the conditions are perfect for their growth. The oranges ripen on the trees, reaching their peak of sweetness and flavor, and it's time to harvest them. Oranges are picked either by hand or using mechanical pickers, depending on the farm. While machines can harvest large quantities quickly, picking by hand is often done for the most delicate fruit. Workers gently pluck the ripe oranges, making sure they don't get damaged in the process. The timing of the harvest is critical. To ensure the highest quality juice, the oranges must be processed as soon as possible after being picked. The longer they sit after harvesting, the more their freshness and flavor can degrade. That's why many orange juice factories are strategically located close to groves, so the fruit can go from the tree to the processing plant in record time. Once the oranges are harvested, the next step is all about turning them into juice. But what happens once they reach the processing plant? How do these fresh, ripe oranges become the juice we pour into our glasses? Keep watching because the next process happens like magic. Once the oranges arrive at the factory, they're thoroughly washed to remove any dirt, pesticides, or other contaminants. This is a crucial step because clean oranges are the foundation of great juice. Only the freshest, cleanest fruit can produce the high-quality juice we expect. After washing, the oranges are carefully sorted. Any overripe or damaged fruit is removed to ensure that only the best oranges move forward in the process. This sorting step ensures that every orange in the batch meets the standard for quality and taste. The fresher the oranges, the better the juice. This step is all about making sure the fruit is at its best before it's turned into the refreshing juice we love. Once the oranges are cleaned and sorted, it's time to extract the juice. In modern factories, the oranges are cut open and then pressed using advanced machines designed to gently squeeze the juice out of the fruit. This process is all about getting the most juice possible while maintaining that fresh, natural flavor we all love. The pressing system is designed to work delicately, ensuring that the fruit is squeezed without damaging it. This helps preserve the freshness of the juice, keeping that bright, tangy taste. As the oranges are pressed, the juice flows out, ready to be processed further. This method of pressing also helps retain the natural oils and flavors from the orange peel, contributing to the juice's richness and freshness. It's the first step in turning those fresh, whole oranges into the refreshing drink we enjoy every day. But what do you think will happen to the juice once it's extracted? How do you think the juice stays fresh and safe for consumption? Keep watching, because you won't believe what happens in the next step. After the juice is extracted, it's still not quite ready to drink. The juice contains pulp and seeds, which are not part of the final product. To make sure the juice is smooth and clear, it goes through a straining process. This step separates the pulp and seeds, leaving behind a clean, refreshing juice that's free from any unwanted particles. The straining process ensures that every glass of juice has that smooth, crisp texture we all enjoy. It's the difference between drinking a chunky, pulp-filled juice and the silky smooth beverage we know. In addition to separating the pulp, some juice also goes through a process to separate the rind oil, which has its own uses. This oil is packed with flavor and can be used for things like essential oils or flavoring in other products. Once the juice is strained and separated, it's almost ready for the next stage. But how is it kept fresh for packaging and shipping? Let's move on to see how this freshly pressed juice is prepared for the final steps before it reaches your kitchen. After the juice is strained, it moves on to the pasteurization process. This step is crucial because it ensures the juice is safe to drink and lasts longer on the shelf. The juice is heated to a specific temperature for a set period, which kills any harmful bacteria that could cause spoilage. While heating the juice, it's important to find the right balance, high enough to remove bacteria but not so hot that it affects the fresh, natural flavor of the juice. Pasteurization keeps the juice fresh, preserving the taste we all love, while also ensuring it's safe for consumption. Once pasteurized, the juice is ready for the final steps. Stay connected, we are getting to the peak of the process. For frozen concentrated orange juice, 𝗕𝗂𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, the juice goes through a concentration process. In this step, the juice is evaporated under a vacuum to remove excess water. By doing this, the juice becomes much more concentrated, making it easier to store and ship over long distances without taking up as much space. This process helps keep the juice fresh while reducing the need for large storage containers. When the concentrate is ready to be sold, it's rehydrated with water, bringing it back to its original state, just as fresh and tasty as when it was first pressed. This method is commonly used for large-scale distribution and helps ensure that consumers can enjoy fresh-tasting orange juice year-round. Once the juice is processed, it's time for blending. In many factories, juices from different harvests are blended together to create a consistent flavor profile. This ensures that every bottle of orange juice tastes just as fresh and delicious, no matter when or where it was made. Sometimes, to enhance the flavor even further, orange oil or juice from different varieties of oranges is added. This helps bring out the perfect balance of sweetness and tang, giving the juice that signature refreshing taste. The goal is to maintain a uniform, vibrant flavor, no matter what season the oranges come from. This step is essential because it ensures that every glass of orange juice tastes just as good as the last. Whether it's a fresh batch from a recent harvest or a bottle on the shelf, the quality and flavor remain consistent. With the juice blended, it's ready for the next process where it gets packaged and made ready for distribution. It's a step you should not miss. Once the juice has been blended, pasteurized, and tested for quality, it's ready for packaging. The juice is carefully poured into bottles, cartons, or jugs, ready to make its way to your home. This step ensures that the juice is stored safely, preserving its fresh flavor until it's opened. As the juice fills the containers, each bottle is capped and sealed tightly to maintain freshness. The packaging is essential for keeping out contaminants and preventing the juice from spoiling during transportation and storage. The seals also protect the juice from light and air, which can affect its taste and shelf life. The packaging process doesn't just protect the juice, it also gives it that professional look. With clear labels that indicate the brand, ingredients, and expiration date, it's easy to see that the juice is ready to be enjoyed. The packaging ensures that the juice reaches you in perfect condition, maintaining its crisp, refreshing flavor every time you pour a glass. The bottles of juice are packaged, it's ready for the next process. Before it can be distributed for sale, it needs to go through an important step to ensure it's safe for consumption. Let's quickly take a look at this step. Before the juice is shipped out, it undergoes strict quality control testing to ensure it meets the highest standards. Each batch is checked for consistency in taste, texture, and overall quality. Workers test the juice to make sure it has the right balance of sweetness and acidity, ensuring every sip is just as fresh and delicious as the last. Tests also look for any potential contaminants, ensuring that the juice is safe to drink and free from any harmful substances. This process guarantees that every bottle of juice that makes it to the store shelves is the same quality as the one before it, so you can always expect that crisp, refreshing taste. Once the juice passes all the tests and meets the factory's high standards, it's ready for shipment. Pallets of freshly bottled juice are loaded onto trucks, ready to be transported to stores near you. From the orchard to your glass, the process of making orange juice is a perfect blend of nature, technology, and care. Every step, from harvesting the oranges to testing the juice, ensures that when you open that bottle, you're getting the freshest, most refreshing juice possible. And that's the journey of orange juice, from the orchard to your glass. The process is filled with science, tradition, and modern-day technology, all coming together to create the juice we all love. Next time you sip on orange juice, remember the journey it took to get there. From the ripe oranges on the trees to the bottle on your breakfast table, a lot of care goes into making that refreshing glass. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and share it with your friends. And let us know in the comments what other products you'd like to learn about. Until next time, keep sipping, keep discovering, and enjoy every refreshing glass of orange juice. You're holding it right now, a smooth, glossy chocolate bar. The moment you snap it, there's that satisfying sound, crisp and clear. The rich aroma of chocolate fills the air, almost inviting you to take the first bite. It's a simple pleasure, but one that touches all your senses at once. But have you ever stopped to wonder how this bar came to be? How does a raw, bitter cacao bean transform into the silky chocolate you enjoy? The process behind this treat is full of care and skill, beginning far away from your hands. Inside the factory, beans are roasted to bring out their flavor. The smell of roasting cacao is deep and warm, promising something special. From there, the beans are ground and melted, turning into smooth chocolate that flows slowly, rich and thick. But it's not just about flavor. Factories have to make sure that every bar tastes just right, each bite consistent with the last, no matter how many millions are made. It's a blend of art and science, balancing taste, texture, and quality. But before we begin, kindly subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. Also make sure to hit that like button, and share this video so it can go viral and many people can learn. Now, what exactly happens from roasting the bean to pouring the chocolate? How do they keep the flavor perfect, every single time? Just keep watching, we will show you step by step how this happens in factory. The process of making chocolate bars begins long ago with the ancient Mayans and Aztecs. They didn't see it as just a sweet treat but as something special and sacred. The cacao bean was treasured, often used in ceremonies and even as currency. It was a far cry from the chocolate bars we enjoy today. Fast forward to 1847 in England, when the first solid chocolate bar was created. This was a new way to enjoy chocolate, not as a drink but as a snack you could hold and share. From those early days, chocolate making grew from a craft done by hand into a large, modern industry. Today, billions of chocolate bars are made each year all over the world. Behind every bar is the humble cacao bean, transformed through skill and technology into the smooth chocolate we know and love. Even though the process has changed, The heart of chocolate remains the same, a connection to those first beans, to the rich history that shaped this treat. Now, let's step inside the factory to see how those ancient beans become the glossy bars on store shelves. The details of roasting, grinding, and molding are closer than you think. What happens next in the factory is where tradition meets modern innovation. Keep watching to see how the magic of chocolate making unfold. The story of chocolate starts on farms in places like West Africa, South America, and Southeast Asia. Farmers carefully pick cacao pods by hand, knowing that each pod holds the raw ingredients for the chocolate we love. Once the pods are harvested, they're opened up to reveal the beans inside, covered in a sticky white pulp. These beans aren't ready yet, they need to go through fermentation. For 5 to 7 days, the beans rest in shallow containers, where natural processes develop the flavors that will later become rich chocolate. During fermentation, the beans change color and texture, shedding bitterness and gaining the taste we recognize. After that, they're spread out in the sun to dry. This drying step is crucial to lock in the flavor and reduce moisture, preparing the beans for the next stage. Once dried, the beans are packed into sacks and shipped off to factories far away. From these humble beginnings, the beans travel a long way before becoming the smooth, glossy chocolate bars you enjoy. This first step might seem simple, but it lays the foundation for everything that follows. How do you think these beans get roasted, ground, and turned into chocolate that flows like liquid gold? The next step of this process is something you should not miss. Once the cacao beans arrive at the factory, the first step is cleaning. The beans are unloaded and passed through machines that remove dirt, stones, and other debris. This cleaning ensures only pure cacao beans move forward in the process. After cleaning, the beans enter roasting ovens. Roasting temperatures typically range between 250 and 350 degrees Fahrenheit. The exact temperature and roasting time depend on the type of bean and the desired flavor profile. During roasting, chemical changes occur inside the beans. These changes develop the chocolate's rich aroma and deepen its flavor. Roasting is a controlled process. Too little time or heat, and the flavor will be weak. Too much, and the beans can become bitter. The roasting machines evenly heat the beans, ensuring consistent results across large batches. This step is vital because it affects the final taste of the chocolate bar. Once roasting is complete, the beans cool down before moving to the next stage. The beans need to be cracked and winnowed to remove their outer shells, leaving behind the valuable cacao nibs. These nibs are what get ground into chocolate liquor, the base for all chocolate products. Keep watching because you need to see how the beans' shells are removed and turned to nibs. After roasting, the cacao beans move to the cracking and winnowing stage. Here, machines break the beans into smaller pieces, separating the outer shells from the inner nibs. The cracking machines crush the beans into bits. This is a rough process designed to break the beans without damaging the nibs inside. After that, the winnowing machines use air-blowing systems to separate the lighter shells from the heavier nibs. The shells are blown away and collected separately, while the nibs fall through to be gathered for the next stage. The nibs are the pure, edible part of the cacao bean, the heart of the chocolate-making process. They contain the cocoa solids and cocoa butter that will be transformed into chocolate. Removing the shells is important because they are bitter and not used in chocolate production. The extracted nibs are then ready to be ground down into a paste called chocolate liquor, which forms the base for all types of chocolate. This stage ensures the quality of the chocolate by isolating the key ingredient. How do you think machines will handle the grinding and refining? How does the nibs become smooth and ready to be shaped into chocolate bars? You just need to see it happens. Once the cacao nibs are separated, they move to the grinding machines. Here, the nibs are ground down into a thick, smooth paste called chocolate liquor. Despite its name, chocolate liquor contains no alcohol. Instead, it's made up of cocoa solids and cocoa butter, the natural fats in the beans. Grinding is an important step in chocolate making. The process breaks down the nibs into tiny particles, helping to develop the smooth texture we expect in chocolate bars. Depending on the recipe and quality goals, grinding can take hours or even days. Longer grinding time means the chocolate becomes finer and creamier. This helps reduce any graininess and creates that melt in your mouth feel. The machines keep the chocolate liquor warm during grinding, which helps it flow easily and blend with other ingredients later. At this stage, the chocolate liquor is ready to be mixed with sugar, milk, or other components depending on the final product. This base can become dark, milk, or white chocolate through further processing. After grinding, the next step is about to happen. How the chocolate liquor turns permanently into the bars you know. Just keep watching, it's something you need to know and tell others. After grinding, the chocolate liquor moves to the mixing stage. Here, ingredients like sugar, milk powder, and vanilla are added, depending on the type of chocolate being made. This blend sets the foundation for flavor and sweetness. The next step is conching. The chocolate mixture is placed in large, heated machines that slowly rotate and mix the chocolate. This process helps smooth out the texture and improves flavor by reducing bitterness. Conching also helps develop the complex taste chocolate lovers expect. The heat and movement allow volatile acids to evaporate, softening harsh notes and bringing out the rich, deep flavors. The duration of conching can vary widely, from a few hours to several days, based on the desired quality and recipe. Longer conching results in creamier, smoother chocolate with better flavor balance. These machines keep the chocolate warm to maintain flow and allow thorough mixing. The constant motion ensures every part of the batch is treated evenly. Once conching is complete, the chocolate is ready for the stage where it gets prepared to becoming the solid bars. Tempering is a critical step that prepares chocolate for its final form. This process controls the crystallization of cocoa butter, the fat in chocolate, to create a smooth, glossy finish and a satisfying snap when broken. The chocolate is heated and cooled through carefully controlled cycles. Heating melts the cocoa butter crystals, while cooling allows new, stable crystals to form. This balance is key to achieving the right texture. Proper tempering prevents a condition called bloom, where fat rises to the surface and creates a dull, streaky appearance. Bloom affects both the look and feel of the chocolate, so tempering ensures a fresh, appealing bar every time. The machines used for tempering maintain precise temperatures, keeping the chocolate fluid enough to work with while encouraging the formation of good crystals. Tempered chocolate sets quickly once poured into molds, becoming firm but not brittle. The result is a bar with a shiny surface and a crisp break that melts smoothly in your mouth. This step may seem simple, but it's essential for the quality and enjoyment of the chocolate bar. After the chocolate has been tempered, how do you think it gets shaped into various bars? The next stage of this process shows exactly how it happened. Just keep watching. In the molding stage, tempered chocolate is poured into shaped molds that will form the final bars. The molds define the size, shape, and surface details of each chocolate piece. Once poured, the molds vibrate gently. This vibration helps remove any air bubbles trapped in the chocolate, ensuring a smooth, flawless surface without holes or weak spots. Next, the molds move through cooling tunnels. These tunnels maintain a steady, cool temperature that solidifies the chocolate evenly. The cooling process sets the glossy shine and firm texture, key to that satisfying snap when you break a bar. Proper cooling is essential. If the chocolate cools too fast or unevenly, it can crack or lose its shine. The controlled environment makes sure every bar comes out looking perfect and ready for packaging. After cooling, the chocolate bars are removed from the molds, showing a smooth, shiny surface that catches the light. These bars are now ready for the next stage of production. After passing quality checks, each chocolate bar moves to the wrapping station. Wrapping helps preserve freshness by protecting the chocolate from air and moisture. It also carries the brand's look, with foil, paper, or plastic sealing in the flavor and appeal. Once wrapped, bars are grouped and packed into boxes. These boxes are designed to protect the chocolate during transport, keeping the bars safe from damage. The packaging is prepared for shipment around the world, making sure the chocolate arrives fresh and ready to enjoy. This final stage brings together all the work done from bean to bar. Every step, from harvesting to wrapping, ensures that the chocolate you hold meets high standards for taste and quality. Think about that moment when you snap a chocolate bar. The clean break, the sound that signals the start of something sweet. Then, the chocolate begins to melt on your tongue, releasing rich flavors developed through careful processes. This bar didn't just appear. It started as a bitter cacao bean, transformed through many stages: harvesting, cleaning, roasting, cracking, grinding, mixing, tempering, and molding. Each step requires skill and attention to detail to turn raw ingredients into the smooth, glossy chocolate you enjoy. The process balances science and craft. Temperature controls, machine settings, and ingredient quality all play roles in creating consistent flavor and texture. Every bar is a result of hard work by people and technology. It's a complex path that brings simple joy, a treat that connects with your senses and memories. From the farm to the factory to your hands, chocolate carries stories of care and craftsmanship. Every chocolate bar carries the work of many people, from farmers harvesting the beans to factory workers transforming them into the treats you enjoy. Understanding this journey helps us appreciate the chocolate more deeply. But before you go, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and share it with people you know. Also, make sure to turn on notifications so you won't miss any of our next videos. Now, it's your time to engage. Do you really enjoy this video? What is the step in this process that surprised you? Do you have any product or item you would love to see next? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching and sharing this moment with us. Until next time, enjoy your chocolate break.